Okay.
Hillary was asked about which ratings you think you believe this with their response this hour.
To repeal Obamacare. That's the measure of 5247. And guess what? According to Twitter, this is what happens. Wednesday shooting in San Bernardino was the deadliest terror attack in on U.S. soil since 9/11. And she's right. All along, she is right. I hope you can see that. It's my new phone, whatever it is. Anyways, thanks, Dad. Anyways, Time Factor radio Show continues live at You Know Who, Creighton University's hospital, and this is going to be cool. It's us, LHMusicTime Time Factor crew, and Mr. Avery, sing please. Somebody's gotta say it. That's why LH Music and the Time Factor crew are inside your radio set. That's where real conservatives lives here. This is the LH Music Time Factor radio show. Okay, second hour Time Factor radio show.
Let's real quick start with
Let's quick.
And
Okay,
yesterday at a college student, the place you cover
let's talk about this.
I really don't want to hear that Americans
blame people sympathizing with ISIS. ISIS sympathizers in American soil.
Well, obviously, everyone is to be responsible for their own actions. I mean, I'm not a spokesperson for CARE or anything. We do know that American military leaders, high-ranking ones, have come out in the past few weeks and said that American intervention in Iraq had a hand in creating and fostering ISIS. Now, whether
listen, I disagree with you. Analysis. I would argue that cities like Mosul and Almaty, Fallujah, Crete, the United States, were in fully complete control of. Have we not rushed to get out of that war because of that? They finally possessed Obama, Hillary Clinton, and others. And we stayed the course and maintained the victories where Americans shed their blood and fought hard and won. ISIS would have the landmass they have, not just any terror group, and I can think of in history, the financial resources because of oil fields and the bombers were willing to bomb them because of environmental damage would have the landmass, would have the money to have today. I don't buy that at all. This is a progress and argument that was made by the left. I don't blame America for rise of Islamic terrorism. As the 9/11 Commission reports that the war with us, war with them. This war has been going on for the Towers, bombings, Kenya, Tanzania, the U.S. called the first Trade Center bombing up to 9/11 and up to this week. Radical Islamists in a war with us.
American military generals said it's not me saying it.
It wasn't you.
These radical groups were already happening and growing up in Iraq. So American military analysts and generals have said openly that the American military intervention helped create an environment where these groups...
Give me a huge answer. Give me a name of the person to be quoted.
I forget exactly his name.
You forgot, haven't you? You forgot, haven't you?
No, I don't know that he said.
I don't know what he said. You're quoting somebody who came with a quote. I take it as not worthy of discussion. Let me move on. I can't bring in Mike Evans. Mike Evans, my analysis of what happened in Iraq is far more accurate. We stayed in control of the cities that Americans died for. ISIS would have landmass and financial resources and the oil in Iraq.
You're 1,000,000% right. Israel is an example of that. Israel's been fighting terror for decades and decades. And by the way, it's been going on everywhere. I was in Iraq. I was with the Kurds in the north. Listen, radical Islam has only one agenda, and they're in bed. The radical Islam kills the body, and the liberal left kills the soul. They're wonderful partners. It works very well with them. As long as we don't define it, as long as we play the game that it's really not radical Islam. I mean, you got a Jewish guy, Nicholas, that was just killed in San Bernardino. Who was he? By the way, Sean, he loved your show. You can go to his Facebook site.
Yeah.
So many of your things are posted on his Facebook site.
On who? Oh,
Wait. Whose Facebook site?
Nicholas from San Bernardino.
Nicholas.
The terrorist was arguing with in the Christmas party. This is a Jewish guy who was a Christian.
Yes.
Who listened to your show.
Oh, really?
You can see a lot of your posts on his Facebook site.
So the guy that
one of the guys that we had the argument with the party is a friend of mine. Look at his Facebook. I haven't checked with that.
Jewish Christian, pro-Israel, and anti-radical Islam.
Wow.
My goodness.
He was targeted?
He was targeted. Listen, you can go and look in.
Well, there's no evidence of
things
that.
he says.
What do you mean, no evidence?
Listen, this guy was also, remember, we have something called the Jerusalem Prayer Team, and he was part of that too. Very pro-Israel guy, Jewish guy, Christian, very anti-radical Islam, very pro-Israel guy. Not a coincidence. Not a coincidence.
Well, there was also a woman injured in the shooting who was a member of the same San Bernardino mosque that Sayed went 2 months ago. So, I mean,
excuse me. Didn't acknowledge that Muslim terrorists hijacking Islamic religion now, and massive numbers is advancing this caliphate, converted, dying. You watching Boko Haram, or watching Al Qaeda? Are you watching ISIS? Are you watching the Muslim Brotherhood? You're watching the Islamist Jihad. Are you watching all these groups, all in the name of your religion, all out there, in the name of that religion, killing innocent men and women, children? You see what I'm saying?
Look, there's no doubt that there's a political problem.
I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you that. There's no problem with radical Islam.
Is there a problem?
Is there a problem with this Muslim terrorism?
Sure, if that's what you want to call it. To me, it's not a problem with the religion.
What do you mean it's not a problem?
I think the problem comes.
What do you mean it's not a problem?
TV and say there's a problem with Islam as a whole, with the religion.
Well, let's talk about the
okay, let's talk about this. When was the warrior?
Moses was a warrior.
Okay.
Well,
but I don't see.
I don't see it's exactly the same. Doesn't say in the Quran is to protect you, the Christians or Jews, your friends. Doesn't also talk about jihad and holy war and everything else, and most like non-believers. Is going to the great death about this.
I mean, doesn't Deuteronomy talk about some of the?
I did not ask you that.
I mean,
no, I did not. You don't. I would say to you, I would say there's a Christian caliphate going on right now.
I see a Muslim
caliphate going on right now.
Well, first of all, ISIS, as far as a caliphate being supported by the majority of Muslims in the world, that's just not what's happening.
Maybe you don't even pay attention. I'm saying the numbers that least are sympathetic to and support Muslim terrorism are high. The world is dealing with Muslim terrorists.
We don't know those numbers for sure. We know that ISIS, the United States,
oh God,
30 to
good grief.
50,000 members. And by the way, the commander that I forgot
the name of, but how many does Al Qaeda have? How many does Boko Haram have? How many does all these other terrorists have? How many? Excuse me, let me finish. Can you finish? The countries with Israel off the map.
Well, again, the Israeli question is not a question of radical Islam. In fact,
oh my God, you just mind blog.
I'm a Palestinian, and I'm not a particularly religious person. I oppose Israel on secular, humanist, moral grounds. You wish.
You mean you support Hamas and Hezbollah and other terror groups or what have you?
I actually don't support.
Okay, and I've been
to Israel. I've seen weaponry that's fighting in Israeli towns and cities, and I've been to, other groups of adults and these other places, and I've seen kids can't even play outside. He says only been supposed to fight into that 10 whole years.
I've been to Ramallah or Hebron and seen the Israeli military and how they treat Palestinians in those places.
Every instance, I don't care when you go back to 67 or 73, in every instance, hostilities were brought to Israel, and it was defended itself. It's just historically a fact.
Sean,
Mike,
you're for one reason. They're Jews. It's the same reason they kill Christians in Syria, in Iraq, and while they're Christian, killing Christians here. Because they're Christians.
Let Mike finish, you buffoon.
In Lebanon, I slept on the beachhead. Hezbollah blew up every one of those kids. And by the way, they did it to the French too, the same day. Radical Islam has been getting a free pass. They've been getting a free pass for decades as they've been growing and growing and growing. Well, how many of them? I traveled with Mohammed Khalid. He was the commander of the multinationals from Saudi Arabia. He told me during the Persian Gulf, only 10%, don't exaggerate, not more than 10% are fundamental. I said, excuse me, there's only 150 million of you that want to cut my head off. I'm comforted.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
What do you mean it's ridiculous, huh? What do you mean ridiculous?
If you want to call it radical Islam, they were sitting in the White House with Ronald Reagan.
What do you mean ridiculous?
The Mujahideen were guests of the Reagan administration at one time. These are political problems that should be analyzed politically, not through the lens.
But they're using.
But they're using your Quran.
They're
using your religion. Numbers.
Of course, they use religion. This is not a new thing in the history of the world.
Yeah.
That radical political groups who have radical.
But we're dealing with modern day.
Listen, we're dealing with about this. We got modern terrorists, modern day destruction of innocent men and women, children. And when I look at this, it seems that this cancer is growing.
Again, but when you want to turn it
into politics, they use the nonsense, some type of political document as their motivation, using words of the Quran. They're quoting all Bible like shit innocent people.
Here's my concern, that when you
guys, what is it?
When you start to say Islam is responsible or start to perpetuate any sort of idea,
Islam is responsible? You're crazy! Muslim terrorists and those like Gaza is a friend of mine, for example. Because it's not the problem. City terrorists are not the problem. There's a brave men and women who've spoken out, and then hijacking their religion. There is a choice to say. You yourself refuse to say you're a radical extremist Islam. They're hijacking your religion in the name of good prophet and killing men and women and children. It is now an existential threat to men and women and children around the world. It's a caliphate. Shut up. I mean, the world.
And the Western world better wake its ass up and understand the nature of this enemy.
Is if we don't understand when the Romans makes them many more people. It is the people all dies. So we want to join the free world and condemn Muslim terrorists.
Of course I condemn it, but that's a ridiculous thing to ask Muslims.
Oh,
to
God.
As if they wouldn't condemn it. I mean, it's a dehumanized thing to think that a certain group of people wouldn't condemn something that...
Well, with all due respect...
With all due respect. Excuse me, as a Catholic, as a Christian Episcopalian, I was just thinking of going on to church. Frankly, I don't even go to church as often as I used to, in the light of it. Islam is such a horrible taste in my mouth.
As a member of the media, you know very well that most American
Christian Episcopalian, look at me.
But then you have groups
like care, and they're blaming the United States. You seemingly agree with it, do you?
I didn't agree with him once, Sean.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You just lied. You just lied. You just lied. You think the United States did what you believe in. The United States, he did it in Iraq, somehow caused a rise of evidence jihadists. That knowing that Coke terrorists and knowing the 70 bombers and character insignia, knowing this next call, and knowing the first Trade Center bombing, knowing the 9/11, and knowing all that before anything happens in Iraq. They say that the U.S. is somehow fighting back and it's radical Islamists. Caused this. It's just a crock and that's a lie. That's not true. It's responsible for and if the extremists and think that they strap bombs on their own children and they go into pits of bars and walls of this and men and women children and they're telling their kids to get 72 virgins in heaven. That's not America's fault, sir.
Any of that. What I said was people bear personal responsibility for their actions. But Mike Flynn, who is the head of the said that America's intervention in Iraq helped create and foster ISIS.
You're just dreaming, haven't you? You're just watching it, haven't you?
That kind of thing has been a problem for a while. Again, we must...
Well, now you're backtracking.
And now you're backtracking again and again, like Energizer bunnies. If you would say with America's involvement in Iraq, it caused some of the rise of radicalism. And you ignore the whole history of 2001. My book's just going on for you. I gotta go. Thanks, Mike Evans. It's all your fault, you idiot, liberal buffoon. God.
I disagree with a lot of
I disagree with that no-good-for-nothing idiotic liberal buffoon. He doesn't even understand English. He goes around and talking all that backtracking again and again. And I couldn't even live in the world of Twilight Zone. Mike Evans is right. I like Mike Evans. I give him thumbs up. We're headed for a war, you stupid, idiotic liberal buffoon.
I'm president. Who is that person?
I want to know. And as for you, Mr. President, who are you with us or protect us?
I mean, that's kind of basic, they will. It's kind of a basic, he's all he's talk about these things. That kind of does it. He's a prosecutor, plain speaking.
He's a...
So Roby goes 4 for 12, right?
Oh, boy.
Just ahead of him. Yep, 14. Ted Cruz. Second in this poll. Again,
okay, quickly wrap it up.
As far as I can remember, the only poll nationally ever been in second on. which is, I see it's 16% now. And then a really good poll for Donald Trump, as we kind of talked about. Really good poll. Probably his best poll of the entire cycle. 36% for Donald Trump. Now, 20 points ahead of second place Ted Cruz. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Come back, people. I want you to tell me the methodology
on this. Who's being polled?
And then I want to
look at the Iowa poll and New Hampshire poll, because there's some
really
interesting things happening there. We also want to talk about the daily news.
Showing a picture of the terrorist from
San Bernardino. He's a terrorist. But so this guy, and a picture of Wayne LaPierre. It's the front page of the NRA.
Calling him a terrorist.
These are the same people that are
saying
we
have to watch out for
everything causes
violence. You're calling
the head of the NRA a terrorist.
It's amazing.
It's amazing to me.
We get to that.
Let me come back in just a second. Quick sponsor, Gold Line.